So it's Wednesday, so it's time for some weird stuff around the grove. Today, it's this plant. Now it's a mango tree. There's nothing really weird about a mango tree in a mango place, but this particular mango tree is a little weird. A while ago, I was cleaning out the shade house, and in a 95 or 100 gallon pot, there were a bunch of smaller pots, and we had put those in, just stuffed them in that large pot years ago because the plants kept tipping over. This one is really strange. It had very little soil left and, had roots all over the place. I brought it out here and just kept filling it up literally with water. It would take a few minutes for the water to seep down, but it stayed alive. Now the really weird thing is it is flowering, and I don't see a convincing part of the trunk that shouts graft to me. I was thinking it was just a fairly nicely shaped seedling tree. There are a few possible places that a graft could be, but as I said, I really don't see something that I'm absolutely convinced that it is a graft. So seedling or grafted tree, we're not sure. But I would really like to taste fruit on this, and this is really not the ideal situation whether I want the fruit or not, to have the roots coming out. This is just insane how many roots there are for this size pot. So the goal today is to put this in, I think I need a 15-gallon pot to get these roots happy, and hopefully the tree will be happy enough once it starts getting, having a normal environment and getting regular water, so that hopefully it will produce fruit this year. So I'm just going to go get a 15-gallon pot and some soil. So I have my grafting kit here because I want to look for an old razor blade. Even when I have finished using razor blades for grafting, when they're not quite as sharp, they're plenty sharp for this purpose. So basically, first job is to get the pot off of this. It's already cracked in some places, but I don't think we'll reuse this pot. Yeah, of course, even when you're dealing with a dull razor blade, be careful. That's looking good. Okay, just a little piece back here. See if I can get that out. It won't make that much difference if it's still here, because the roots don't seem to be constrained by it anymore. It's a little snail. Oh, it's coming, it's coming. All right, that's the last of it. So that was step one. Throw this away. So there's, right now, I had to trim the roots earlier, and so they really, I shouldn't trim them at all anymore. It's just a matter of slightly breaking up these finer roots. Oh, there it is. Don't usually use a razor blade for breaking up the roots, but it seems like a good use right now. That old razor blade. Just make a few cuts in there so that these roots aren't too damaged, but we'll be able to expand out into the pot. Oh, that's, as long as I'm here with the pruners, I'll take that piece off. Okay, so this right here, this part of the plant, that's actually the root. So the soil will need to go up to here. And so we'll just put a little soil into this 15-gallon pot. Okay, that's covering up all the bottom there, and then this does fit in. It's, of course, it's not going to be a pretty plant in here because it's just a really functional situation. The roots are off to the side, so it's not centered in the pot, but that's okay. No big deal. All we want is for this tree to be a little happier and be able to support, hopefully, some fruit this season. It's got the flowers, so hopefully we'll get some fruit. Let's see if we like this particular variety. As I say, I don't know if it's a known variety, if this is a grafted tree, or if it's a seedling tree. It has, it's pretty old though. It's, I'm guessing it's 5 years old. It was really in that pot for a long time, and it sort of redefined what severe root bound would mean. It was really pretty bad. Let's see how we're doing on this. We get all the spaces, underneath all those big roots. Everything has to be full of soil. I'm hoping that hitting the sides of the pot will get some of those empty spaces filled. So it's pretty sturdy, and it'll get even more sturdy when I fill it up the rest of the way. But that's good news, because that to me means that the soil has gotten to the right place down there. Just a little bit more dirt. Cover up that root, even though it was exposed to the sun for quite some time. It just seems like the right thing to do. So anyway, this is our mystery mango plant. It surprised me with flowers. So hopefully it will set some fruit and we'll be able to taste it. If it's good, then we'll clean up this tree. Right now it's got a lot of spots on the leaves. I'm just going to put it away from other mango trees, and hopefully it will produce the fruit. And if we like the fruit, then we will spray the tree and get it into a nicer pot situation and everything like that. But this was just a weird thing, very unexpected. As I say, I like the shape of the tree, so I didn't really want to throw it out. And then it surprised me. It started sending out flowers. So we'll update you on this particular tree later, but right now it's months away from possible fruit.